for healthcare? In 5 years? 10? How will patients experience care, and how will clinicians deliver it? And what role will security and IT operations play in keeping critical functions online and secure? Today, the Internet of Things, IoT, is improving access to quality care and reducing costs by tracking equipment, patients, and staff, plus much more.
How many of us have been to the emergency room or to an urgent care or to even your normal doctor's office for a checkup? You go in, you tell them your name, your date of birth, they pull up your medical record, your information, your histories, and it's all there for them. And then you go back to your appointment, you're seen, and you're out the door. Now, I know some people, like me, I find this helpful. I don't want to have to go over my health care every single time. I don't want to have to tell you what I'm allergic to, what procedures I've had. It's there. Now, I also know some people are worried about their private information leaking, being misused, something like that. But unfortunately, I feel like even though these fears are valid, information technology in healthcare is not going away, and it is going to advance, and I feel like it's actually going to be very helpful. Say that you go into your emergency room and you're unresponsive. You can't answer the questions that they need to know, and you have nobody with you to help you. Now, if you have a medical record on file, they can pull that. You probably have an emergency contact listed, your medical history is there, and they can use these things to start your treatment and to bypass certain things that they might need to do, such as testing and things to find your allergies. There's many things that it can bypass. For me personally, when I was in high school, I was walking home from school one day, minding my own business. I was with my cousin, thankfully. I had my first asthma anxiety attack. Now, I knew I had asthma from a young age. The anxiety was new. And what I didn't know is that an asthma attack can trigger an anxiety attack. And obviously it's just so much worse because it's like a double attack, really. So I ended up on the ground, could not talk, could not answer any questions. And like I said, thankfully my cousin was there and she was able to tell them my name, my date of birth, what my issue was, why I couldn't breathe. But what if she hadn't been there? I feel like everybody needs to think about at least one point in time or another who you want to be as your emergency contact. Who is going to be there for you and be able to be your advocate. That's who you need to have down. And that's who you need to have on file so that if something happens, they can call them. Unfortunately, in this world, we never know. You could go out and get hit by a car. You could get sick from some unknown virus that suddenly popped up. I mean, there's just so many things. I have worked in healthcare for over 9 years now, and I started at the very bottom, housekeeping, moved up to catering, moved up to patient access. So I've seen a little bit of everything. I've been in the emergency setting, I've been on an inpatient setting, been on an outpatient setting. And what I can tell you that when you have information on file, when you have an electronic medical record, your care is streamlined. Registration's faster. Your appointments are faster because they don't have to spend unnecessary time getting your background, getting previous procedures. It's all in your chart, and they can just go ahead and start treating you. It streamlines everything. Also, technology is useful when you're up on the floor. Say that you come in, you're diabetic. You're going to need a special food plan because of your diabetes. You're also probably going to need medication while you're inpatient, insulin or something like that. And then moving on from that, testing that you may need done, instead of having to send to an outlying lab, they can send it downstairs, 2 floors down. And then when the results are back, it goes straight to your doctor's pager or your nurse's chart. You don't have to wait for somebody to physically bring it up to the room. And sometimes 30 minutes can make a life or death decision right there. I mean, the faster they can treat you, the better your treatment's going to be, the better your survival rates. especially for something that they might not know what it is as soon as you come in. They need to find out, and they need to find it fast. And streamlining the test results or x-rays or CAT scans, anything that you need, is going to help them treat you better and treat you faster. The main goal that we have at the hospital is to get streamlined care. We want your doctor, your lab technicians, your nursing staff, and even your primary care physician to all be involved in your treatment, because they're all vital parts of your treatment. And the faster they can communicate, the more cohesively they can communicate, the better your care and treatment is going to be. Now, from my personal experience as a patient in the hospital to my experience as a healthcare worker, I feel like an electronic medical record is absolutely vital. It's just going to make everything better, easier, more cohesive, and you're going to get a better outcome because your physicians and your nursing staff, they all have access to your records and they're going to know what you need. So that's most of what I've pulled is from personal experience. I also looked up a few statistics and the video I showed in the beginning. Thank you.